Today I'm I never know how to start these. Hey guys, my name is Kelsey. For anyone new, I am a fashion and portrait photographer, and today I'm going to be telling you all of the things I have learned after doing 8 milk baths throughout the month of August and September. The first tip I have revolves around clothing, what they need for the shoot and what they should bring after. For the shoot, I normally tell them either a bandeau top, a bikini that you can take the straps down or that does not have a strap at all, or a tank top that you can pull the straps down and they kind of just go around. Clothing for after, bring some. I've had just one client that I forgot to tell them you need to bring clothes for afterwards, and she was cold. I really felt bad. I luckily had a spare clothing that she fit in my car, so she was able to have that. But yes, a spare change of clothes for after the shoot, because they will clearly be soaking wet and no one wants to drive or go home soaking wet. Props. A lot of my clients and a lot of my models do a lot of flowers, a lot of leaves, a lot of just shrubbery. I can't talk today. And the thing I have learned, and that was from the very first shoot to the very last shoot, is not all flowers float, leaves do not float, and hair sinks. So if your client wants to wear her hair is kind of more out and you can see it and it's not just down all the way, if your client has long hair, put the ends of the wet hair at the edges of the tub and it'll help keep her hair up and not sink. Flowers, sunflowers, daisies, I'm trying to think what other ones. Those types of flowers are those flowers that have like a base and have the flower on top. Those float very, very, very well. Leaves do not. The way I do it is I kind of stack leaves on top of each other, so they're kind of just, they're able to keep themselves afloat. A lot of the time during the shoot, the photographer, you or the photographer you're about to use, is going to be fixing and arranging the flowers, fixing the hair. That's a lot of what the shoot is. I kind of move it around. I try a bunch of flowers on one side, I try them all mixed around, I try them closer to her head, farther away and spaced out. You can really get creative with these. Another thing that I learned from the very first shoot that I didn't realize was you do not actually have to fill up the tub all the way. It's going to be very hard and actually kind of painful for your client to have to keep their head up above the water for the photo. I normally fill it about this much, and that's normally enough, that way they can put the back of their head up against the bottom of the tub and I can still get their face, they're not covered in water. It's still high enough that it covers what it needs to cover and it looks deeper than it is. The product that I use to make the actual milk look is actually powdered milk. The thing I get is generic brand. You can get it at Albertsons, Walmart, Target. I'm sure you can get it at Costco or whatever HEB that you have around you. Really, it's just like a blue. I don't even have it with me. I used my last one last week. But it's just powdered milk. The one I have comes with a pack of 4. I use just one pack because, like I said, it's not deep water. And it gives it a milky look without feeling gross. I thought the very first shoot that it was going to feel gross and grimy, and I really felt bad for the model. But it actually just feels like water. You can add glitter. We did that for one shoot. It was really cool. If you want to add glitter as a prop, get different sizes. Smaller ones that are just little grainlets of... Grainlets? Is that a word? I don't know. Little grains of glitter. Use a lot, basically. It'll show up better in the photos. Medium, I guess this big. Those show up really, really well. The particular glitter milk bath we did, she had stars all over her face, and I'll kind of post it right there. But having it in the water, it looked really cool. Flowers, like I said, not all of them float. I would Google. It really helps to Google everything. Finally, and this is probably my biggest tip do the milk bath last. I have yet to have one client that just wants milk bath pictures. Normally they want headshots or like outdoor or studio, something else other than milk bath pictures. And to be honest, milk baths, you can only do so many poses or looks. I can normally get about 4 or 5 pictures that don't just all look the same out of a milk bath shoot. So normally, unless your client just wants 4 or 5 milk bath pictures, I normally, before we start the milk bath, we do either an outdoor shoot or we do headshots or whatever the client wants. But that's normally part of the package, is a few pictures of like them regular, dry, outdoors, indoors, whatever. And then the milk bath at the very end, because they're going to be wet, they're going to probably be cold because they're wet, and it'll just be a good way to end it. I've yet to have ugly milk bath pictures. Like, they're just amazing. The tub I use, they have 3 giant windows right on the side of it, so I get amazing natural light. Everything, like the tub is white, the tiles are white, the walls are white, so it's great bounce off. You don't need a beautiful tub to get these amazing pictures. You can just get like a generic tub. Like, anyone that has a tub, you can use it. Lighting is just really important. Even just changing like light bulbs to make it a daylight light bulb, or studio lights and angling them to where it lights up. That, and in process, or after process on your computer editing, you can make it more of a bluish tone, a white tone, that makes it look really cool and makes it pop. And those are all of my tips. I'll kind of go through them point by point and make like little bulletins there. I know I said a lot. 1, clothing. Bandeau tops, tank tops, anything that you can pull down the sleeve for the naked look. 2, a spare clothing or spare outfit for after the shoot so they can go home and they're dry. Props. As far as flowers, not all flowers float. Leaves do not float. You can stack them, and just throughout the shoot you're going to have to keep picking them up and drying them off. Hair does not float. You don't have to fill up the tub, like I said, all the way, but if the model's hair is long, you can always put up the wet ends on the side of the tub, and it'll kind of help the hair stay up. The product that we use to make the milk bath is just powdered milk. You can get it at any grocery store. It normally comes in a giant box with like little packs inside. I just use 1 pack. And last is doing the milk bath last. It's the very last shoot that I always do. I will do headshots, I will do couple pictures, I'll do anything else before the milk bath, and the milk bath will be the very last shoot. I personally only get 4 or 5 images that look different from a milk bath. I really hope this helped, and I will see you next time.